So agents, if you are having an online presence and a website, of course we have to have that, then it's really important for us to understand a few concepts like sales funnel. Why is it that some agents have way more success with their websites and others don't, right? Why do some agents' websites stand out from the crowd and others don't? And so I host website boot camps, and in this video right here, you're gonna get a behind the scenes look of some recap and some things that are really important to fundamentally understand that makes those other websites convert higher, get more organic leads, and allows people that when they come to your website, what is it that you're going to hook them with that is going to make them give you their information and want to work with you as the community specialist or whatever it is that you're having to offer. So again, this is a behind the scenes look of day 3 of an intense website bootcamp. And if you'd like more information about that, check out the description below. If you have some questions or comments, again, you know the story with YouTube, thumbs up the comments, and I'd love to help you out. Okay, so jump in, also see about the sales funnel. What's the difference between a sales funnel and a hook, and what does this even mean? Midway through here, I'm going to talk about that more, but understanding the fundamentals to get there are really important. So stay to the end, and then you'll make sure to take some of this and bring it to your website, or realize maybe some of the reasons why your website needs to, or what you can do to make it produce better. I'm Kim Barber with Kim Barber Group and eXp Realty, and I've helped thousands of owners and agents with real estate since 2004. So basically, we know where we're at. So you can see my screen. So I just want to do a recap. So this is, we're day 3. This was the agenda. This is kind of like what we wanted to accomplish together. But just revisiting, I mean, day 1, it was really about the winning tactics. You can read it there. Like, really, what are the strategies? How does this all come into play? Why does going through this process matter? And then we started talking about the plan, like building on what we had that day. How do we want to rise to the top? What do we want to be known for? And what makes the difference of how these leads are actually happening? And, one of the ultimate purposes, why is it that some top agents rise to the top when others don't? Okay, so now I hope what we saw in the vision yesterday, late day, is that we can have the prettiest website on the planet, but if those things on the back aren't done right, it doesn't matter, right? It's irrelevant almost, unless you give somebody your website and say, go here. That's it. The rest of it's just a dead space. That's that brick wall. That's one of the things too, that just kind of in the experiences of life that I learned, I was like, I spent so much money. I did a custom site. I thought I was doing everything right, just to realize that these things in the back, it kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I paid all you guys to do this and nobody had my back. So this is where we're going to focus now today. We need to make this look pretty, but we want the functionality of this, right? So that's what we're going to work on. So that's where in day 2, we started kind of going, okay, what is the things that will make us rise to the top? Simple things. What is our area? What is our focus? I know, Paula, you started naming things that you like. We want to work with people that we know, like, and trust, and vice versa, right? Like, I'm not going to be able to help somebody who wants a farm, right? I could sell them something all day, but I don't know anything about the soil. I don't know anything about the neighbors or the codes they need to do or any of that kind of stuff. It's not my jam. The more that you kind of be like, what do you want to work in? Also, quite frankly, I think the more we like our job, feels less like a job and more like fun, because we're also tending to make friends there. So that was the other thing that we talked about a little bit for those that came in and out, is that where do we want to be? And then we started outlining that, right? And that kind of played into here, where it was, communities, resources, buyer, sellers, like we start to see how this all intertwines. And then, once we get them into our grip, if you will, we're going to end up using kvCORE on the back end to keep our brand up. This is just to, again, get the leads in, increase the conversion. So you see how this is kind of all parlaying together, starting to kind of fit in there, right? And so then again, what questions? Again, this is part of the planning. We went through this. What is the types of things? What are the guides? What are the hobbies, etc.? So I'll slow down my talk a little bit, because this is really important. So when we talk about the community features or the hobbies or the guides, if we think about ourselves and we're scrolling through, the idea is what's going to make us stop, right? That's the hook. So what what's going to make us stop and look further? Moving to kvCORE, Florida, relocating, I wish I could remember, Robbins Air Force Base. Did I get that right? Thinking of moving to Houston, top 10 communities within this range. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to, I still could get stuck a little bit on the restaurant one, but we can figure that out. So those are the things, that's the hook, right? So the hook is the headline, right? So it's important. This is why this is like a boot camp and a masterclass in itself, because this is the stuff that any single person that's building anything that they have to sell, if they don't hook our attention, we're not buying. If there's no value, if you don't give me a plane to go buy on, you don't give me the amount of money, your seat's crappy, like all of those things layer in. But if we don't have an online presence that hooks our attention, right? It's the same thing for us, the same thing with everybody. So the hook story offer is the best practice that Russell Brunson, who I'm in his top tier coaching program, is one of my coaches. He's coined this phrase, right? We're going to have fun, right? So we did the recap. We see how far we've come, or things you're going to be able to replay. We're going to have fun with it. And we're going to build the face or improve the face of what you have on your site. Most of you mentioned you had brand boards. If you don't, that's okay. We've got some samples that we can give you. You can start with certain colors. You can tweak it later. But we're going to build the face. So this one, when we can see stuff come to life, typically that's when we have more fun with it. And then I would love to see you have at least 10 things, even if you go do it more later. But my goal would be to have a minimum of 10 things: squeeze pages, community outlines, drop downs, whatever you want to say, whatever those want you to be. I would like for you to have at least 10 of those before we end our session today, but then having it look pretty and all of those things, and then understand how to keep it alive. We know that we're going to be having more time together, keeping it alive. I keep saying having our time together, because if we don't see you, then I might have somebody come knock on your phone or your computer and say, we're missing you, because we all know that coaching, you've already heard that, like accountability, that type of stuff, it comes from a place of the heart and wanting you to be successful. And so that you've invested all this time, we're going to want to make sure that it's alive and that you have the support and that you don't think we've forgotten about you. So that's what I want to make sure that you know, that that's our style. And so landing pages, and when we have all this together, that's how you get quality organic leads. This is what the top agents do that make the money, right? And notice that none of this involved buying ads yet. Okay, so that was a behind the scenes look of day 3, which I'm sharing some of this because I want to make sure that agents really understand the importance of having a strategy, thinking about your niche, and the difference of a sales funnel versus a flat website. And that when we think through all of these strategy things and apply the technology to make them work, that's why some agents' websites stand out amongst others. So if you have found this helpful, give me the thumbs up. Join us for one of our website boot camps. Again, comment below and subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to increase your success with websites. In this case, generating organic leads really is the ultimate goal when we don't have to pay for it, and then people come to us when they're like, oh my gosh, I love you, and I really love everything that you're sharing about whatever it is that your niche is, and can you please, we're looking for an agent, can you come and talk to us? We think we want to hire you. That's really what we want. So if you found that helpful, again, and you want that more information, subscribe to the channel. It's my goal to help agents like yourself with increasing your success.